What is good, family? What's good? How we doing? How we doing on this wonderful Sunday? Looks good outside. Look good outside. How we doing? Let me see. All right. So, welcome to the Alternate Timeline. This is Dennis Smith. I'm your host here, and this is our Sunday stream, man. We're doing Sunday streams. What's up, Charlie109? How we doing? Welcome to the chat. Welcome. Thank you for joining in. Rico, what's good, man? What's good? Welcome to the TAT. Talking about this MCU stuff, man. Schedule changes, delays, all that kind of stuff. And then get into some other MCU news, and then I guess some final thoughts on Quantumania. And I got a giveaway. I'm doing at the end of this, so we'll start that in March, I'm sure. But yeah, man, wanted to get into a little bit of the news that came out this week. Yeah, let's I'll save the Quantumania stuff for a little bit later. So one of the big things that came out was that Agatha Coven of Chaos is to be determined now, right? Charlie109, I watched Quantumania today and it looked good. The 2 post-credit scenes looked good as well. Army of Zen, what's good, man? Zen, what's up, man? Not gonna spoil the movie yet. Charlie109, you can spoil the movie, man. I think all of us have watched it. Feel free to talk about it. Talk freely in the chat. I don't mind. But yeah, man, lots happening in the Marvel world. A lot of shifting is going on. A lot of, I don't know, it feels weird. It's like they're just like they need to take a break almost. But yeah, the first thing that I saw was like Agatha Coven of Chaos getting pushed back. Yeah, they're starting to slow down. Right. Hold on. Let's see if I can open this chat more. There we go. Yeah. Welcome, Duolingo. What's up, man? How we doing? So yeah, one's to be determined, which sucks because we were seeing things about Agatha Coven of Chaos. We were seeing like the sets. It was like every other day we were seeing like set stuff, and we were finally getting Wiccan and Agatha back. It was seeming to be pretty cool. I was very interested in that. But we don't know when that's gonna come out now. What the goo is? Want to know what the goo is? Are you talking about the goo from Quantumania? I'll drink the goo. Yeah. I like that part. That was actually one of my favorite parts of the movie. I thought that was really cool. Make everybody listen and hear everything. I like that. Do I want to know? Yeah, what is it? Let me know. What's the tea? So the only two projects TV show wise that are being released is Secret Invasion and Loki. But then we got this whole thing with Aliqua Cox saying that she can't wait till October gets here, because people asked her when the premiere was going to be. I guess they're doing Echo way late this year. Maybe that's still a thing. Nobody knows. I feel like nobody really knows, but we're for sure getting Loki season 2 and Secret Invasion this year. I think Secret Invasion being first, coming soon, maybe like in a month and a half or something like that. So yeah, Dueling, did you hear that? Echo's still happening this year. Welcome, Kylo. I feel like MODOK was the main villain, but Marvel forced Kang in during development. Yeah, I'm gonna get into that in a little bit. Did you see Disney dirt? Good Disney dirt over here. Heard that it was getting delayed for next year, but I'm down for this year. Yeah, I heard it was getting delayed too, but then I saw the whole thing with Aliqua saying that she can't wait for October. So I don't know what that means, but we'll see. We'll see. And then we're hearing about some things that are getting pushed up and getting production for. Like they're getting Shang-Chi 2, the sequel. It's on the production calendar. Eternals 2 on the production calendar. Those are two that were being heavily rumored to be a part of Phase 6, which I'm going to do a video about later, probably during the week. Look out for that. Just talking about Phase 6 and something that Kevin Feige had said that kind of stuck with me about this whole thing. And some of these projects that are in Phase 6 I think are going to be key projects. So I'm gonna do a video on that. But yeah, those are being pushed forward. We heard Doctor Strange 3 is going to be pushed forward. You know, we already heard talks about the Spider-Man 4 movie as well. So we can expect at least those 4 movies to be a part of it. And Armor Wars. Like those are 5 movies that we know are going to be happening in Phase 6. Shang-Chi 2 is going to start filming next year. Yeah. It sucks about the Marvels being delayed till November, but that's our winter movie. That's our winter movie. Apparently it still needs time to perfect things and post-production and all of that. So, you know, we're at this point with Marvel, we want them to take their time. So yeah. You forgot about Armor? How you forget about Armor Wars, man? That's definitely a thing. That's definitely a thing. That is happening. And it's got to be Phase 6. It's not in Phase 5. That's Tony's tech and everything like that. So people are saying Ultron is coming back, and Armor Wars has a big part in that. Which is crazy, man. I'm telling you, the villains in this saga is going to be crazy. Forgetting all of them, like Kingpin, Mephisto, Ultron coming back. They gotta do Ultron some justice. Yeah, I think a lot of people want to see Ultron make that comeback for sure. But yeah, Shang-Chi 2 is gonna be a big project. Eternals 2 is gonna be a big project. And then Jeff Loveness I guess he was being interviewed and he was talking about some things. And he was saying that the kill count for Avengers Kang Dynasty, like he's going to rack up some kills, which is a great thing. We all need that. We needed that. I'm gonna get into some more of that Quantumania stuff in a little bit here, but yeah, we all want Kang to be doing some things, because I've seen some things that he's taking L's, and now that he's 0-2 because Sylvie killed him and the Ant family got over on him too. I'm like, nah, that can't be happening. That can't be happening. Vision Quest, Wonder Man, definitely part of Phase 6, right? I think, and Nova potentially. That's why I'm like, Phase 6 is just, I feel it's like Marvel's just up in the air. They know how they want to end it, but I don't know if they know the road to getting there yet. Yeah, there were rumors of Silver Surfer, like a presentation or something like that. They're all over the place, man. I'm telling you, all over. All right. And then the other Kang Dynasty news we got was that our boy Namor is going to be a part of it, which is great. I think everybody likes to see Namor. And Jay Marvelous, what's good, my guy? What is up? What is up? We're talking about Namor being part of Kang Dynasty, which is great. Can never have enough of that guy right there. So excited for that. And Marvel Studios is reportedly planning for Disney Plus X-Men 97 to have 4 seasons. I was not expecting 4 seasons of it. I was definitely just expecting like a season, maybe 2. But planning 4 seasons, that's just a rumor for now, but hey man, I'm down for that too. I'm down for that too. Said, isn't Nova gonna be in the Marvels? I didn't hear that. Nova in the Marvels? Yeah, I thought it was just gonna be season 2 as well. But Nova in the Marvel? I think that we're getting Blue Marvel in the Marvels. I think that's a possibility. We getting the Loki trailer soon? When'd you hear that? When's that coming out? When is that? Do we know when Loki is coming out? I feel like they would have to give us a Secret Invasion trailer before that, right? Like another Secret Invasion trailer. This summer is all they said, right? But Secret Invasion is rumored to be in May. You heard Hugh Jackson said the Wolverine we see in Deadpool is going to be different than anyone we've ever seen. I didn't hear him say that. Nah, that's crazy. We just know he's doing the yellow suit, right? He's doing the yellow suit. Secret Invasion in May, and then that in June or July, maybe. Probably. Yeah, that sounds about right. Got the Guardians trailer pretty early. Yeah, I remember we were trying to get the Marvels trailer during the Super Bowl, but they knew they was going to be pushing that back, which I'm glad they're doing some post production on that. Loki might come first. Interesting. Loki might premiere first before Secret Invasion. Is that what we're saying, Zen? Or are you saying just the trailers? Yeah, the poster was dope. That was a really cool poster. The Marvels poster was really, really cool. I dig that. I dig that. Did y'all see that yes, Bob Iger basically said that they needed to get better at curating the stuff for most of their popular brands while reducing costs. He looking at the cost of CGI projects like, this can't be happening. This cannot happen. He said this is too expensive. They're getting out of hand. Getting out of hand. Six weeks in between, so how are they going to premiere them so close? Whew, bless me. So premiere around the same time? Yeah, around the same time Miss Marvel did. So you think Loki could show before Secret Invasion? Interesting, because I almost feel like they would give a break of the Kang stuff and finally show the Secret Invasion stuff. Plus, we've already got a Secret Invasion trailer, kind of. No dates has been put on them yet. They have been playing super loose with it, and the pushbacks. Who knows? Who knows? At this point, nobody knows with the scheduling changes that's going on right now. It's pretty wild right now. It's like they just taking a step back, which I'm fine with. I'm fine with that. Multiverse of Madness came out in May, and Miss Marvel came out in June. Right, dude. That's how I'm feeling. Like, do what you gotta do. I think all of it's gonna be pushed back. I don't think we're getting the ending of this saga until like at the very earliest 2027. I think what they put out there was really ambitious, and then they wanted to add more stuff. So like things getting pushed back, and then you got the VFX stuff happening, which we're getting that with every project. We saw the whole thing of them putting VFX numbers to, or people, or more energy towards Wakanda Forever than Quantumania. And I mean, it kind of looked like it. It kind of looked like it. Yeah, just make sure it's good when it comes out. I think we're all in agreement of that. Quantumania was a CGI heavy movie. And to hear that they had a lot of that go towards Wakanda Forever is like, damn, you really do need to space this stuff out. Right, they announced the whole phase ending in Secret Wars, and they wanted to be done. Right? Yes, yeah, no, they wanted it to be done. I think they had it being done in 2024 or something like, or 2025, and it's like, nah, ain't no way. Especially with what you did with Phase 4, just introducing all these characters way out of place, and I don't know, man. We gotta spend time with these characters. I think people, and I think I'm gonna say this in the video I'm gonna make, but I think people get, you know, caught up in wanting these like Avengers type movies. But like Phase 1 and Phase 4 aren't that different to me. Like, we still got bigger movies in Phase 4 than we did in Phase 1. And you need to set it up. You need to spend time with these people. Yeah, Phase 6 was damn near empty. Right. Gotta build, right. I agree with everything we're saying here. Expected delay. Yeah, I think a lot of people were like, there's no way. Updating Quantumania CGI while it's been in theaters. Pfft. Damn, they really putting the VFX people through the ringer. Yeah, they want an Endgame level event every movie, which yeah. And then what Feige said was like, we're not even getting Avengers type movies to end each phase. Now we're only getting these 2 Avengers movies at the end, which I think people are kind of hurt by. But again, that's gonna be something I talk about in the video I make, because I got some thoughts on that. Deadpool in Phase 5. What? I thought Deadpool was gonna be part of Phase 6. I wouldn't mind that though. I wouldn't mind Phase 5 ending with Deadpool, because it was weird that how they were just having it end with Thunderbolts anyway. It was gonna be Captain America 5, or Captain America, is it 4? Or New World Order, and then yeah, New World Order, and then Thunderbolts, and then just that's the end of Phase 5, which is was kind of a weird ending to Phase 5 anyway. So I wouldn't mind Deadpool actually being part of Phase 5, to be like, okay, here's our focus to remember what we've been hearing about Deadpool, is like, here's our focus about, you know, this road to Secret Wars. So that could make a lot of sense, actually. That Janet opened a portal to a different Earth, and see, I'm about to get into this. We're gonna talk Ant-Man Quantumania right now. Actually, let's do this, because I have so many different alternate endings that could have happened in my head. I'm like, y'all could have done this, y'all could have done that. Like, come on. But they just sat down and had family dinner at the end. I was like, wait a minute. So some of the things, we'll talk Quantumania right now, actually. So Evangeline Lilly has admitted that the Wasp doesn't change a lot in Quantumania. There wasn't somewhere she needed to get to or go other than just to repair a little wound. And that was like very evident to me. Like, that was, you could easily see that. Like, that was one of my big things with this movie. I get that Janet was also a Wasp, but like, man, Hope just didn't have much to do in this movie for me. She had nothing to do. Like, I literally remember her coming back to save Scott twice. And when they were leaving to go on that ship from Bill Murray's scene, when she was fighting them off, like, that's all I remember from Hope, the whole movie. Other than that, it was just her bugging Janet about, yo, what do you know about this place? Crazy. And then, yeah, it's been seemingly revealed that Quantumania's ending drastically changed in the months leading up to the release. I think Zen said something about that when we were doing a breakdown over on your channel. Like, yeah, they recently just changed up the whole thing. Kang should have escaped. Yeah, yeah. I'm about to talk about that too. The more stuff I've been watching, Kang definitely will be back and elevated, tapping into the raw quantum energy. Yeah, I agree with that, Zen. I'm big on the whole, like, he was in the quantum realm, like he was exiled to the quantum realm without his stuff. Like, he had to just build off of what he knows. But like, Kang outside of the quantum realm, or using all of the quantum realm's energy or something like that, is way more of a problem. Way more of a problem if he can actually use the future tech and stuff like that. Yeah, I've been hearing he's gonna become the Beyonder. That's the only reason why I'm okay with the Ant family kind of winning that day. Was like he was limited in the quantum realm. That's the only reason that I'm like, okay, all right, I get it. If he escaped, where would he go? Like, would he still try to conquer 616? Probably. Probably. Need a Kang to beat a Kang. So what if he helps the Avengers? Which one? Which one's helping the Avengers? I can't imagine. Oh, the one from Ant-Man Quantumania. Him being like, okay, I need to kill all these other Kangs, so I'm gonna team up with the Avengers. I didn't think about that. But he's been squashing Avengers since way back. Yeah, it does make sense. It does make sense. Yeah, that was my problem with the ending. Like, it didn't have any stakes. There's so many different ways they could have ended it. Before I get into that, I'm gonna just, like, what I was saying during the breakdown, like that whole first part, I couldn't get past like how much I just wanted it to get to the Kang stuff. That I didn't care much about the people in the quantum realm. Like, I wanted to know why they were there, like who they were, like where'd they come from. Outside of that, I was like, okay, like all they're doing is basically saying there's this guy that is dangerous out here, and that's what we're trying to, build up towards. And that's what the whole first act was, and I feel like the movie kind of suffered because of that. It's just it feels like Marvel's in this weird place. This is the first movie that I felt like the trying to make this connection to everything else, trying to build this interconnected universe. I felt like this was the first movie that them trying to do that kind of hurt the movie. It was like they were stuck trying to, put this origin Kang thing in there, the Kang origin in there, because they had to put it somewhere, right? But then also telling this Ant family dynamic and giving their story and developing those characters and the characters that are also in the movie. And it felt like that was on the afterburners a little bit. Like, that was kind of an afterthought. All the Kang stuff was great to me, but it felt like the Ant family stuff was kind of an afterthought. And that's this, yeah, it felt like this movie was so focused on the world building that, like, just the character development was kind of lacking. Like, I know people have issues with Cassie. Some people really like Cassie. I thought she could have been written better. She also, my issue with her, like I said in the breakdown, was that she does not remind me of the Cassie that we knew in the first two movies. She doesn't remind me of that little sweet girl who was like, yeah, she's confident, which that still carries over, but like that sweetheart of a girl. Like, you had this blueprint of the first two movies of this girl at a young age, and then you give her the role that she had in Avengers Endgame, and she still reminded me of that girl. But in this Cassie just is totally different. She was totally different to me, and I feel like that's why I couldn't connect with her. I couldn't really get behind her because she's just so different than the Cassie that we knew. I get you grow up and be different people and things happen in life. You're gonna be different, but you know, I feel like we already have a lot of, not to get on this sensitive subject here, but a lot of lady characters in Marvel, I feel like they based her around them. Like we already have that like rebellious, kind of snarky, like whatever dad type person in the MCU. Like I get that, but I feel like you had the blueprint of what she's supposed to be like right there from Ant-Man 1 and 2. And there's not many characters that are shown as a little person that are now big in the MCU. The only other one I know is Monica Rambeau, which I feel like they nailed her. She's still that like, she still reminds me of that girl from Captain Marvel. I thought they did a great job with her. She reminds me of that person. But Cassie does not. and that kind of, I don't know. To me, it's like I would have preferred them to make her just like the girl that we knew, just like that sweetheart of a girl. So I feel like we don't really have enough of those type of characters. That's just me. Anyways, enough of Cassie. I enjoyed MODOK or whatever. MODOK was cool. I think we hit on a lot of MODOK stuff. You did what you could with MODOK. He was cool. He was Darren Cross, you know, deformed and all that stuff. He was cool. Cool to see. Apparently we're gonna get more of him. I don't know how you make that, but apparently we get more of him later. We'll see. That's the rumor out there. That was confirmed to be a Doom time portal. In the first post-credit scene. Oh, let me get back to the chat right quick. And which Avengers? In the first credit scene, when all the Kang variants are coming, they use the exact same tech. Yeah, it's the Mr. Fantastic stuff. Yeah. That was fire. The Doom time portal, they confirmed that. Right. At this point, you can see the changes they made to these movies, and sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. Yeah, when you go back and rewatch movies, you're like, damn, did that? There's sometimes I'm like, was that really there the first time? Oh, they confirmed it was a Doom time portal back during Multiverse of Madness. Interesting. I didn't know that. That's interesting. Interesting. All right, so I'm going to talk about the ending now. So my things with the ending of this movie was they could have done like 4 different things. One of the things I would have liked to have seen, kill somebody. Like kill off somebody. One of them had to go because there just had to be stakes. I think one of the biggest things I wanted was Scott to talk to somebody outside, like when he got back, like, hey, like make that connection to somebody, some Avenger. Like this guy brags about being an Avenger so much that he doesn't turn to an Avenger and talk to him about what just happened. It makes no sense to me. So I would have had somebody at least die so they can make that, you know, make Scott talk to somebody. Because just going to dinner like as if nothing happened was kind of crazy. That was crazy to me to end it that way. That was crazy to end it that way. Either that or have Kang escape and they know that he escaped, so you'd have to talk to somebody about it. Because if he escaped, then we could be like, oh, he's really out there now. Like he's really about to wreck things up now. So that's an ending. Those are 2 different endings that could have been like, we would have been talking about this movie, I think, differently if those 2 endings happened. Either Kang escapes with them, and he's out there, he's like on the loose, or somebody in the Ant family died. When Cassie was running from MODOK and when she was hanging from the edge of the bridge, I did not feel like she was gonna fall. I thought the whole Cassie and MODOK stuff, that chase scene, I thought that was like busy work. To me, that's what it felt like, like just kind of busy work. I just let them do stuff over there while Kang and things do other things. That's what it felt like to me. I don't remember much about it other than the dick jokes. That was it. I wouldn't say it's like, for me, it was in general, I don't think it's overwhelming. I think it has a lot of replay value actually, but I don't know. There was parts of it that was underwhelming. I'll say that. There's definitely parts of it. What I want to know is, who is the 616 King? That's interesting. That's interesting. And my other ending would have been this. This is my personal ending right here. This is if I was making all the decisions here, this is kind of how I would have done it. Because I'm kind of upset that for as long as we've known about the quantum realm, they make it a big deal about it being different, like time being different there. Time works differently there. You know, Scott goes down there, he comes back, and it's like 5 years later, right? So time works differently there. And I feel like they didn't really capitalize on that. Like they hint at it. Ant-Man 1, 2, and this one, and other projects, you hint at like time being this thing that you can't control there, and it works differently. For them to not use that at the end was kind of a letdown for me. I would have loved to have the Ant family come back and it be years later or something like that. Or even with like the Ant family that went through initially, say they went back fine, but then they go back and, you know, Hope comes back for Scott or whatever, and then they go back and it's like a different time period. That would have been cool to me. Like I saw somebody say, what if they came back and it was like 15 years later? That would have been like a, oh snap, like what are they about to do type of ending, you know? Like something's different. Them going back right to the moment that they basically left at, I didn't care for. So I would have definitely have had them, you know, do something like go in time, go forward in time or something like that. Like 15 years later, that would have been crazy. Just imagine that. Like things are just so different 15 years later. They don't know what's happened and they got to get back to where they were. That would have been a cool thing, because then you know how they could connect it. You know how they could connect that? Say at the very end of phase 5, if it is a Deadpool movie at the very end, or say it's Thunderbolts or whatever, you could have the post-credit scene be Ant-Man wandering around in you know 15 years later, and then bang, TVA portal opens up. Loki and Mobius have that conversation with Ant-Man, and they get to talking about Kang, and so they both know, so they get to talk about Kang and how they need to alert the others. That could be how phase 6 kind of starts off. That would be kind of a cool, like, we could even do it at the end of Loki, you know, have Loki have that post-credit scene, like they show up and they find Ant-Man 15 years later because he was zapped 15 years later out of the quantum realm. You know, have them show up and be like, damn, Loki and Ant-Man had that conversation, you know, now we got to go find the others. Boom, that's a start to phase 6. Now all the attention is towards Kang. I think some kind of like interaction Ant-Man could have had at the very end of that movie would have been kind of a big deal that they chose not to do. So that's my thing. That is my little alternate ending. Outside of that, that's basically all I got. Those are my like final issues with Quantumania. Outside of that, like I said, I did enjoy the movie. I gave it a 7, and I think it has rewatchability. I'd watch Kang all the time if I could. So yeah, other than that, like I'll make that video. Like I said, I'll make a video about, you know, Phase 6, you know, Eternals 2, Shang-Chi 2, Doctor Strange 3, Spider-Man 4, which I don't think we're getting that small Spider-Man story that a lot of people want. And oh yeah, the last bit of news actually was forgot about this because this kind of like came and went, but it was Tom Hardy announced that Venom 3 is now in pre-production, which cool. I mean, they gotta end the saga, I guess. They gotta end the trilogy. So yeah, Tom Hardy, Venom 3 coming. I don't know what they're gonna do with it, but it's on the way. I hope they give Tom Hardy a good ending though. Like he deserves a good ending. He's been good. You know, because it's not gonna have any Spider-Man or in it or anything like that, I don't think. So what I would do is probably go all out with the symbiote stuff. Put all the symbiotes in there. Have your No Way Home / you know, Across the Spider-Verse type of thing for Venom. Have that symbiote battle. I can see it. Tom Hardy deserves that. He deserves that. And then there was a rumor, I don't know if you guys caught this, but there was a rumor that Tom Holland, his Spider-Man, reportedly will make a live action appearance in Across the Spider-Verse. So his live action self will be a part of Across the Spider-Verse. That's a rumor for now, so take that with a grain of salt, but like I've been saying, I think this whole Spider-Man play is a thing that's happening in Secret Wars. I think that's a story they're trying to play up there. On Sony's side of things, Tom Holland, all the Spider-Man, Miles Morales, all of that, I think is all going to be a play for them later down the road. So yeah, I think that just kind of, if that happens, that would kind of confirm that, in my opinion. Yeah, it's really all the news that I got, and a little bit of the Ant-Man talk. Final thoughts on Ant-Man Quantumania. Outside of that, let me get to the very end here. Actually, you know, while there's a lot of shifts and changes going on in Marvel, you know, they're doing their delays, they're taking breaks or whatever. I'm going to be shifting as well a little bit. You know, I think next Sunday we'll be talking more about Mandalorian, because that will be out, or at least episode 1 will be out. I believe it comes out March 1st, this Wednesday. So yeah, we'll talk a little bit about Mandalorian. I'm kind of catching up on Star Wars. So with Marvel, I can just like talk. You know what I'm saying? Like I can make the connections and all that kind of stuff. I can talk about Marvel. I can't do the same with Star Wars. But I want to get to that point where like I can sit there and know exactly what I'm talking about. You know, like when things happen in Star Wars, I can't like be like, oh, that's important because it is, you know, I can't make those cross connections and all that. So yeah, I'm gonna be rewatching the movies. You know, I'm rewatching Mandalorian. I rewatched it with my dad, or I got him started with it. I'm just like realizing like, damn, Mandalorian is like really, really good. I finally got into the Bad Batch. Finished season 1 very quickly. So I'm like in the middle of season 2, hopefully about to be caught up soon. Really enjoying Bad Batch. Don't remember liking Omega as much as I do. Omega's pretty cool. But yeah, I'm gonna basically rewatch Star Wars. Try to watch it in order and get into it for real. Yeah, because I'm excited for Mandalorian to come out. Excited for Ahsoka later on this year. There's a lot of things that I'm excited about with Star Wars. But yeah, I'm gonna get into it, you know. And right now, loving the Bad Batch. That season ending to number 1 was crazy. Like the open fire in Kamino was crazy. The Hera episodes were awesome. I'm a big fan of Star Wars Rebels, so like seeing Hera, that little crossover was kind of cool. I appreciated the Syndulla's episodes. Yeah, that's about it. Outside of that, I'm going to do in March when Mandalorian drops, doing a giveaway. Doing our Funko giveaways. That'll be back. We haven't done one since Christmas. So I think we'll be doing a Funko giveaway, so stay tuned. Be on the lookout for that on our Twitter account. That's at @thealttime. Be doing a free giveaway. I can show it off here. Giving away some Mando and the kid. Mando and the kid. We're gonna be giving that away since it's Mandalorian time, you know. So stay tuned for that. Details will come out shortly. But yeah, man, I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys for tuning in and having the chat live again. Appreciate that. And you know, if you're watching this video, hit that super smash that like button. And subscribe to the channel for me for more of this. We'll be live every Sunday, man. Try and do this every Sunday, just hanging out, talking. So hang out with me, and I will see you guys in the next video.